Hello! Hello and welcome back to Chef Carter's Cooking Corner. So today on Chef Carter's Cooking Corner, I am making bone soup. So you may think, okay, what in the world is bone soup? So bone soup is simply when you take your leftover turkey and you know how it has the bones. Well, you take the bones and you boil them for like 2-3 hours until the meat is falling off the bone. Alright, and so I'm going to make a soup out of this. Alright, so right now I'm just kind of like, when I see meat, I'm putting them in this bowl right here. I don't know if you can see it. Sorry, I know that was loud. But yeah, it goes in that bowl right there. Alright. So I'm going to be picking through these right here. So get the meat off of them. Alright, be right back. Alright, so I'm going to move this a little closer to me. Alright, and so what I'm doing here is, it's actually easier if you got 2 forks and just kind of pull the meat off. Look at all that meat. This is the backbone right here. So in my video where I was cutting up my turkey because it was too big for all my pots and pans, I was talking about how you save this backbone to make a soup, or you can make a turkey and dumplings. Right, that looks like skin, so I'm going to take that off. So because there's plenty of meat on here. So that's why you don't throw your backbone away. Look at all this meat. And also the bone releases a bunch of minerals and basically flavor into the pot. So I'm sure you've heard of bone broth. It's become very popular in the last couple years. But some of us, we were already hip to that a long time ago. Alright, that's a bone, but I'm going to put it there to cool down. Some of this stuff like this, I'm going to have to go through with my hands, but I got to wait until it cools down. Sorry about that. Not Rex, but Church just tapped the tripod there. He's a little, I don't know, out of sorts, I guess I could say. We have a visitor today. My mom's sister, we're taking care of her little doggy right now. And go ahead and put that away. Let me go ahead and take this bone. It should be kind of cool now. So I'm going to take the bone and just kind of, you know, feel for kind of small bones, but go ahead and take it off. And the meat will be discolored like that. And that's just what happens sometimes when the meat is touching the bone. It gets discolored. But it's still good, so don't toss it. Alright. So, and I did wash my hands very well. Alright, this is some fat here. I'm actually going to give this to chirps into the dog who's visiting. Your chirps. Good boy. Crazy thing is, I can't remember this dog's name. I'll show him to you after I get done with this part. Okay, that's meat. Ooh, it's still kind of hot. Alrighty then. There's a lot of meat right here. Uh-oh. Chirps is trying to hop up here. I gotta move this thing so... Ooh! Oh, I know he's gonna be mad at me. I just don't want him hopping up on this counter. Jumped up on a storage. We have a storage bin. Look at all that meat. Ooh, that's hot. Alright, so clean all that meat off there. Chirps is not happy. I don't know if you can hear him. He makes these little noises when he's not happy. Like he's like, oh. I did give him a piece. He's not happy this dog is here. And the fact that I gave him some turkey too. Uh-oh. I think I just started a turf war. Alright. So whatever you do, do not give your pets bones. They're actually, bones are bad for dogs, that turns out. Who knew? Because, like, if they're chewing on bones, it breaks their teeth down. I saw this one where they rescued this little dog, and his teeth were bad because he had been chewing on bones. He was a stray. Alright, so I'm going to dig in my pot. There's another bone. There's some meat that fell off the bone. Right. There's another bone. Ooh. Actually, I found the wishbone for my turkey. So that was the top half of the back. Right. Oh, sorry about that scraping sound. Okay. Digging more meat out. So, I'm going to go ahead and put this to the side. Here's the broth right here. This is where I'm digging the meat. Oops, sorry. I know that people don't like that sound. I'm going to try not to do that anymore. So I don't want the fat. Alright, but I do want the meat. Alright, so what I want to do is I'm going to get another bowl and I'm going to strain this so I can get whatever's in here out. Alright, be right back. Alright, I am back, y'all. And I'm going to go ahead and pour this liquid through. There we go. Alright, so let's see what's left in the pot. We got bones or meat, skin. What's left in the pot here? Alright. So, we got a piece of skin. We got bone. We got meat. Alright. So, I'm going to go ahead and just sort through this with my hands. It's still kind of hot, but it's not unbearable. I don't want that as skin. Okay. Alright. So we got a lot of meat right here in the corner. So I'm going to go ahead and... It looks like a bone. Nope, it's just a little piece of fat. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of that in a bowl. And we're going to deal with the broth. Be right back. Alright, so I went ahead and put the rest of the meat in the pot here. So now what I'm going to do is you can either cool this down and take the fat off the top, or you can just skim the fat off the top with a spoon like this. So you can see all the fat floating. Then put that in a separate bowl. So they also make things that take this fat off. Alright, there's still quite a bit of fat floating on the top. Yep. Yep, there's also like gelatin in this from the bones and the skin. Well, it's collagen is what it is, but when it's cold, it looks like jelly or gelatin. But that's collagen, and it's really good for your body. It's good for your joints. Alright. Take a little bit more off the top here. You see that? Oh my goodness. It's so beautiful. I'm like really excited about this broth because you can see, because it's cloudy a little bit like that, that means it's got a lot of flavor in it. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and pour this in here. And then I'm going to add something, noodles, or I don't know what I'm going to add yet. I'm going to think about it. I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm going to add, it's going to look like a lot, but this salt needs to flavor the meat, the broth, and I'm going to put canned biscuits in here. So it's got to flavor all that. So I'm going to put a good teaspoon, maybe half a teaspoon of Yeah, a good teaspoon. That's about it of that. And then I'm going to put Italian seasoning in here. Probably about 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. And I believe this has, oh, I thought it had pepper in it. It doesn't, so we got to add pepper. So I would add my normal, like my blends, steak seasoning, or something like that. But it has onion in it, and my brother can't eat onion. Alright, so we got the water boiling, and I was noticing I didn't like, or the broth boiling. I wanted more. Not that I didn't like anything, I just wanted a little more broth. So you just kind of add a little more water, not too much, because you don't want to dilute your broth too much. Alright, so I'm going to let this heat up, and then I'm going to add a can of biscuits in there. Alright, so now my broth is really going to town here. So I'm going to break my biscuits up into quarter pieces and just dump them in there. So you can see how this is halved. And so what I do is I just tear them up. You could cut it as well. And so I'm going to go ahead, since this is boiling now, I'm going to take it down to medium. So I'm just going to keep tearing up my biscuits here. I think for this little pot, because I just wanted to do a small pot though, I think this will be enough. So maybe you would make a bigger one. It's up to you. I think I'm going to put one more. Then I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to bake the rest of the biscuits. Alright. So, because yeah, that pot's getting crowded. Alright. So, we're going to let it cook. We're going to cover it. And we need it to cook about 15 minutes with these biscuits. Alright, be right back. Alright, so this has been cooking for about 15 minutes. Actually, I think I could add it for 20. Oh, snap. I was on the phone. Let me turn this stove off. Alrighty then. But look how they're like pillows now in there. And they'll separate when you serve them up. Aren't they beautiful? Look at these. So beautiful little pillows. Oh, I cannot wait to dig into this. So I made a small batch here. You can make it a little larger if you like. I'm going to try some of this to see if I need to put a little more seasoning. Okay. The salt level is good. I want to see if I have some poultry seasoning, because it's missing a little something. Alright, y'all. Poultry seasoning. So I'm just going to sprinkle that around on top. Like I said, it was just missing a little something. And so we'll see if that makes a difference. To flip these over, all the seasoning got on top of my dumplings. And I actually have this on low, but it's really boiling up. Now I don't want to stir them too much because I don't want to break my dumplings up. I want to keep those little pillows together. There's the meat. Don't that look good? Alrighty then. There we go. Let me see if this tastes any better. I'm gonna pour it. I have a bowl here. I'm gonna pour it in. Actually helps cool it off too. Okay. That's what it needed. That set that off. Oh my goodness. It actually tastes a little saltier too. There's no salt in here. How strange. How bizarre. How bizarre. Alright. So, I'm going to let the seasoning kind of meld in there. I'm going to turn it off because it's plenty hot for sure. Alright, so I'm going to let it sit for about 5 minutes and then get me a bowl. Alright, so now for my reward. Got my bowl here. You could add carrots and peas to this as well. It's up to you. Keep it as simple as you like. Alright, I'm going to carefully dole out. I want one more of those dumplings because I know they're going to be so good. Alright. Alright, so here's my bowl. Oh, I didn't realize it was so uncentered. But here's my bowl. I'm going to get a little bit of meat right now. I don't know because I've been like, oh, it's so good. I know it's going to be good. Oh. It's so on point. Alright, I just want to show you what the inside of that looks like. So I hope they're done. They should be done. But should be in R can sometimes be a different thing. And I didn't think to test before I took it off the heat. But it looks pretty done. Ooh. Alright. Here we go. I'm going to try the dumpling without burning myself. Yep. Oh my gosh, y'all. It's just so good. And you could keep it as large as you like. You can make them as small as you like. You could even, instead, like when you make the broth, you can just go ahead and put noodles in here. It's up to you. Take one more bite. So, that's how you make chicken and dumplings using a can of biscuits. Let me know in the comment if you do it this way or if you would like to try it. Let me know if you wouldn't try it. Okay, it's not going to hurt my feelings if you're like, ooh, that looks weird. Alright, well, take care everybody, and I'll see you next time. Oh, before I go, make sure you like, subscribe, share. Stick around and watch more videos, but don't go away. I'm going to show you the pet that's visiting us today. This is him right here. Isn't he cute? He is so cute. Say hello. He's quiet too. He's like, I'm in a strange place with strange people, strange pets. Alright, take care everybody. Hey.